Welcome to the fastest chaos decider match between Nili and Salad, the player who beat an Otter surprisingly, at least to me. Very strong play by him there. Nili won his opening match against Boomstick quite comfortably. Then they could not beat Brew. Very strong performance by Brew there. I do think Nili is in good form though, and he is starting with Slabs, or rather he started with something else. We missed game 1, and we are starting the cast with game number 2, where he is Slabs against Vietnamese. I will show all of the games eventually. Let's concentrate on the game on our hands. Salad with the Vietnamese, and now again a bit weird whole full build order. Well, I guess there's some hoses coming there. It looked so very clean in the previous round. This double cast is something he really likes to do. I've seen that before. Vietnamese against Slaves, really tough matchup for the Vietnamese. I don't think they have the biggest of shots here, but there is a rush coming of 3 Cavalier. Some Scorpion start here, Scorpion Halberdier, but later on Siege Onager already queued for Nili. And we do have a big hill in the middle with some correct ground though, so casters will take the kind of similar damage, but will do more damage if they are on top. And prediction is up without anybody having chatted yet, which is a bit funny. But yeah, you can predict game 2. It is live. And we do have help Scorpion being built up by Nili, as Salad is looking to take the hill early here. Halberdier is up there as well. No elephants queued really, only 3. So doesn't want to go elephants against Slavs. Probably a decent choice. I mean, Vietnamese get hand cannons at least, maybe wait out until bit of the meat shield. The Halberdier meat shield has died here, and add surprising elephant pushes later on. Don't mind the strategy and the adaptation to the matchup here by Salad. Might also be that he's just not used to going elephants, as he has been just starting playing deathmatch, and elephants not usually a unit we see too much of in RM. Solid villager lead for Salad, but also more idols. Army lead for Nili, but it is mainly Halberdiers, and they are... a lot of them have died here, I feel. Being dragged a bit to the south, same as the Scorpions. As Salad is trying to get the castle up. Doesn't quite get it, though. Villager has died, more villagers are probably on the way, I would imagine. Yeah, there is quite a few more coming. Would be a great position here, obviously, with the offensive hill for the units under it to have the extra damage output as well. And the Cavalier could find some nice Scorpion kills here. So, good start in this game for Salad, I think. Still one of the tougher matchups. Bombard cannons now arriving to take out the siege, and we see Slavic battle elephant. Let's go. Apparently converted by Nili. Oh, could be big shot on the Ratans, but great dodge by him. And castle will not go up. Another villager going to the death. But, Salad can slow him down. But this army looks quite deadly by Nili. Also, Boya's now in the mix. Nili's 200 pop. Salad is at 100. Oh boy. Nili is playing really well. He also played super strong when I trained with him this morning. I also didn't really feel it, but he played that very well, I think. Only saw parts of his training with Sayu. Seemed to be really good training as well, so very been better than what I could put it to the front. But yeah, Nili looking good. Nili training, Nili preparing. Nili could go far here. But Salad, at least more worker count. They don't really see just help. I mean, it's hard to know what to do with Vietnamese here. I think some champions would be nice, yeah. Both players should have champions. Oh boy, all the Ratans go to the damn hell. Nili also sneaky siege workshops here in between ranks by his opponent and killing so many villagers with this siege onager. What is this SO sneak here? And Nili also taking over control of the hill. Some units trying to go here, but they feel like the Rattans are just going to their own death. And the sneaky pushes on here. Even Boyas shifted that direction. Obviously not made from these buildings. Hussars being produced as well into the economy. Nili trying to be annoying. Nili also setting up a side base on the left side. Really, really nice. I really love it. How Nili is playing 3 angles here to crush Salad. Obviously has a Civ that has both good cavalry and siege ram to do these side pushes, and Salad also needing a lot of attention in the middle to save his Rattans from SO shots while microing his bombard cannons. So if you're playing versus bombard cannons, you kind of always want to make the game as messy and as annoying for your opponent to take if they have to do the heavy siege micro here. I think that Nili also did well against me with Bohemians earlier, so he's trying to play the exact same style there, and yeah, making it messy. Lots of cavalry on the field to annoy the opponent, so Salad can't micro his bombard cannons. Salad is trying his hardest to micro in the middle, is giving up kind of his economy. Is down to 34 villagers, and yeah, if you're looking at your army all the time, there isn't much time and attention left to clear raids, so you kind of give your opponent an impossible decision here by playing like Nili does with the Slavs, big army in the middle, and very, very annoying killing villagers and potentially buildings. So on both sides, and Nili wins the Slavs against Vietnamese matchup over here, takes a point for himself. It is a good matchup for Nili, but also beautifully played to just not concentrate only on the middle, but make these side things happen again. And I think the attention they took is kind of what killed Salad, right? He was leading an economy for quite a while, now heavily behind there as well, and not able to concentrate enough on to the middle, and therefore wins this out and gets a point from it. Nili is the favorite here. Nobody really knows, or I'm really not sure where to put Salad right now. And Nili, though, very strong player, wins with the Slavs, is first pick as well against the Vietnamese. Huns, Turks, Lithuanians, Bulgarians, Burmese remaining here, Hindustanis, Ports, Burgundians, Malay, and Ethiopia. And they are in game the next one. So let us join them. Soundtrack can still be guessed if you want info about the tournament, exclamation mark. TFC. In previous tournament sets you can also watch on my YouTube. Welcome in, and we've got Bulgarians for Salad this time around, not getting treadmill crane, but siege onager, which should be really useful against Portuguese, like on principle, but there is water, and I kind of want Salad to use this 3 here, because this is a great matchup, and if there's water, Bulgarians just have no chance, but he's not free. F. Nili also the one rushing with cavalry here. Salad trying to get some siege out, trying to get a dock up as well. It is like one body of water only. I don't know what about this terrain here. And yeah, Nili is starting caravels. Huggie, if you could check Discord as well. But that in low numbers isn't too effective, right? Halberdiers. Caravels in higher numbers beat Halberdiers, but in lower numbers, not really. Evelyn, my man, thank you for the raid. hope you're ready for Silver League. Let's still, Huggie still didn't announce anything yet, but I'm also waiting for it. And Salad, thank you for the raid, Evlet, and welcome in everybody. The fastest Chaos 1v1 deathmatch on Hyperrandom over here. Nili playing against Salad, and so far doing really well. But now we have got the SO on the field for Salad. Bulgarian Navy will struggle on these bodies of water though. And Salad also not going for any rush now as added stables later on after barrack start. Instead of going crab post, not a single crab post on the field for castles. So no early conics for him either. I feel like Raffles would also be decently to protect the docks maybe. But castles can produce trebuchets. Population still quite even, nearly with a few idols as the treadmill cranes sieve here. And even adding docks in the middle to have his production closer to the opponent's sides. Are consisting of small wood barriers, nothing that an onager can't easily cut through. Or some villagers or a trap even. But, yeah, maybe not the first thing to go for. First fight will be for the middle here, I think. And it's Galleon time for Salad. Salad, not really a lover of demos. And arguing that Galleons are better in many cases as well. And yeah, I think it's supposed to go in swamp. There's more case for it here, but the whole water is walkable and kind of golden warm size, so yeah, it's all adding in some demos to defend against some Portuguese demos. Yeah, I don't mind that. Cavalier are pretty effective against Caravel for whatever reason. If you have enough of them, but Goldback not looking great for Salad. Sea Dodgers have all gone down, and the heavy demos here in the mix for Nili would be a fantastic asset against the mainly still land army by the Bulgarians. Now expanding to the sides there a bit. Economy way ahead for Nili though, and we might see another rather quick game. Well, that's why I said on Discord and not in chat. I can't even delete your messages. Well, I said it even. But I obviously meant that. What else would I mean? Galleon stabilizing here now a bit. But it is so many caravels, and I think even though it's only normal demos, we are gonna need either demos or SO against them. I like that sneaky move here. It's sadly not gonna work. Nearly sees it, sends 3 caravels and will deny the redock here. Still dock space in front of those castles though to get back onto water, and the Galleons are at least nicely in a line so the caravels don't get their pass-through damage. Ooh, back raid by Nili here as well. Quite some. Cavalier can be really devastating. It's not much in the eco, not a single crab post on the field, as I said before as well. Tons of castles like in the same spot. And Salad, once again, kind of no protection in his economy. The one weakness I noticed a bit too late in the previous set. And couldn't really exploit this task because there's no eco for Britons. But Nili is trying to, but the good Halberdier defense, good reaction by Salad. He is very fast. Nili has some middle control. 160 pop only for Nili either. And the Sea Dodgers in the mix now, no demos against that, but Portuguese bombard cannons as well, something that Nili always really liked on Golden Swamp. So this kind of home map wise, home territory for Nili being able to somewhat have a golden swamp map with a bit weirder sides, I guess. This one will be cut soon without an onager even though there is onagers on the field. And the quite similar middle, just without the gold. Apparently this is both walkable and shippable as well. And it's just an extra spot for docks on the water, basically. And yeah, I really like to pick Portuguese on Golden Swamp during the last World Cups, for example. So, enjoyed bombard cannons on the Swamp a lot. Won a lot of games with the World Cup matches. Nili also got economy 40 on wood and gold. Kind of everything he needs here. So needs to add some food eco if he wants to keep making Cavaliers. Kind of similar eco with a little bit more food for Salad. But he's just having trouble getting a fleet together. Obviously far superior fleet for the Portuguese than for the Bulgarians. Side will soon be opened by these villagers. Do these punches have more? No, they don't. Villager against the dog here. Well, Nili is keeping watch, but not really, right? The cavalry here aren't attacking. Cannons working away on these dogs, though. It's like the eventual siege onager, kind of the only thing that's stopping him. Still wood issues for Salad, even though he has 55 there. Yeah, on these water maps, you partially need to get to 70-80 at times. Especially if you also want to make SO. And now the side is open. Nili is paying attention to that as well. It sends in other list over. Still a good job overall from Salad to hold water this long, or like at least compete for water versus Portuguese. There's a quite singular water map, but the left side is opened. Has been no, it just came in through the middle, I guess. But he sent another raid in. Oh, there was a lumber camp here and an overchop. Kinda not the most important part of the base that they are attacking though. Villager count still 99 for Salad, but Salad kinda without army, nearly with 120 villagers. And now the raids are reaching the back economy to an ARP raid even. Something we really don't see often in DM. But it's under a TC, so it will fall. So they're trying to get this castle up here, but Demos plus Caravels just so hard to break now. The Heaviliers are on that, but Nili can easily add some demos that Nili takes the game with Portuguese. 2-0 so far from the games we've seen. And yeah, I think Salad should have read this. He didn't need to read anything against me because he had so much map love, but should have done it here, right? Bulgarians against Portuguese, I think on land would be a decent or even a good matchup. For Bulgarians not getting bombard cannon is a bit iffy. Portuguese, I think, still somehow underrated. Starting to be really highly rated, I think. Especially on these maps and with the new organ guns. Not sure, but I think Bulgarians definitely have way more chance on land. So, and it's at least a decent matchup, if not a win for Bulgarians, or an advantage for Bulgarians on land. So, I would have totally read a water map here if Salad didn't use his 3 already, which I don't think he did. And Nili with the far better KDA villagers for Salad actually, but Nili doing good raiding. Blood army around the sides. Yeah, I think you want to cut. As Bulgarians, you kind of want to cut and land push, yeah. Like, just contesting the water is playing a losing game against, like... Portuguese don't have the greatest starts, but they have, like, one of the best or the best navy in the game. And you're playing with one of the worst navies in the game as Bulgarians. Kind of like everything on water, besides Bracer, I guess, for that guy. Yep, do you have thoughts on their draft here, maybe? Feel free to share them, as we had the Portuguese winning here. Hindustani is also there for Nili. And Turks, Burmese for Salad. Lay down. We're gonna have another decider match today. Polar against Nunes at 20 GMT. As we go into the next game shortly. Hope all of you are enjoying the tournament so far. Lots of more matches to come. Final single elimination hasn't even started yet. Will start 27th of November, but we might already have a round of 16 game due to time constraints of people this Friday.
Nur für kurze Zeit. Die Black Deals von O2.
Soundtrack also wasn't guessed yet. Oh, Soulless! Hell yeah, great to see you. Yeah, DM tournaments ongoing again. And we will go into the next game of Nili and Salad here in the Deciders. And it's a matchup Salad already knows. Because we do have Turks versus Hindustani. Salad, this time with the Turks. In the last round against me, he was playing with the Hindustanis, and I think Hindustanis can kill early here, especially if it's a land map. Turks have to hope for a water map. It is not a water map though, so Salad not getting lucky with the Turks, same as me against him. And Nili with the Hindustanis can potentially go for a land all in here. Turks not having pikemen can really struggle against that. I somehow survived it with market and care archers, but it was very, very narrow. Risen from the low elos, risen from RM. So that is 2k 1 peak RM, and he is, I think, the RMer in this tournament that is training the most and having quite some success so far. But Nili is leading 2-0. Nili also preparing a lot, and Nili going for the market. I think if Hindustanis get the market here, then that is very deadly for the Turks. Rush so far, no kills whatsoever. Something that Turks might also want to get, because they get Treadmill Crane, while the Hindustanis are not. And yes, we do have an $800 now since yesterday. Deathmatch tournament going on, hosted by myself, together with Cast of Empires, TomSnuffles Huggie G, Blacksky, and that's it. Hindustani Camels streaming in. We do have Cavatras, some misclick crossbows as well. Wait, thought about food units. Arps would probably be okay here, but Turks don't getting up as well. These villages aren't really properly walled in for Salad. But so far didn't lose too much, like only 2 villagers went down. The big issue here, Nili's getting a full-on market play there with the Hindustanis, which kind of means endless imp camels, and Turks just die to that. Only 7 stables though, but 100 camels in the queue. Yeah, Nili is going for the camel all-in, something I did against yeah, as well. Kind of the code style here, but if you're doing it, I would like to see more stables from Nili. Really quickly adding castles as well. Wants to add Ghulam as well against the CA. Salad does get a castle up, but its population is looking dire because he didn't get much buildings up, I think, due to the rush, because he lost that many villagers. Lost 6-0, but it's losing more that are coming out of the castle. No, he isn't. Lost 6 villas, and now he maybe can stabilize a bit as the rush is over, but the problem is, right, Salad didn't get the market, didn't try to go for the market, and I think he needs the market in this matchup. When the Hindustanis get the market, then, yeah, I can just do what Nili is doing, right? Making a pure, big, huge camel army. And Turks kind of don't have the means to stop other camels. Effectively, he's trying to go for Janissaries, probably the best option there. But, yeah. Nili showing Salad how he should have played Hindustanis versus my Turks, I guess. And it is 88 camels on the field for Nili. Dropping a bit now, but taking good engagements as well. Just not enough army out for Salad. Gold not really... Yeah, gold is the issue though. And will be... He's trying to get up quick TCs around the gold. But the market all in with a strong camel civ against another camel civ, especially one that doesn't get heavy, is so strong, man. And Nili is pushing in heavily here. I think could have been some more stables, but his production is coming through. He has a 90-16 army lead, and Nili makes it to the round of 16. Yeah, clean performance by Nili. And no nice looks on the brackets for me here, but also I think better maps for Nili, right? Nice maps, nice matchups. This is a matchup that I think on land Hindustanis should win every time. But I saw the matchup. I thought as well that I'm dead 3-0. I somehow won it, but I don't think I should have. And yeah, Nili played it right? Early market, lots of camels, kind of not much that Turks can do there. Besides like getting the market themselves, it's obviously the best way to stop it. He made a market actually. But Nili got his up first and sold first, right? Have I been playing lately? Yes, I've been playing a lot. Nili has been playing a lot too. I played a training set with Nili this morning, for example. Worked out well. We also had quite similar to the only longer game we had, I think Nili did with Slash, what we also had this morning. Are the old players still playing? Kind of everybody is playing. Beware, it might have spoilers if you want to watch stuff back, but there's the Liquipedia and everybody of the top 4 are in of last World Cup, and 7 out of the top 8 of last World Cup are playing the fastest case. In statistics, not a lot to see here. And Nili takes it 3-0. Wins against Salad. Salad not even using his first pick in the Huns. Might have also struggled against the Hindustani all-in, but at least Huns get heavier, so I don't know, I kind of favor Hanster in that matchup. So Turks maybe a bit of the wrong choice. And Nili takes 3-0. I'm glad you're excited. Schedule is on the top right. As the set didn't take 4 hours. And the other set in between was cancelled. That means we are going to... There's a game 2, but it's a bit... We watched the other 2 games. Okay. We watched all 3 games now. Not in the right order, but we watched all 3 games. It is over. Did we miss a game? Yes, game 3 was game 1. Wait, Salad played Hans in... What? Okay, Spec Dashboard was lying then, I guess. How did we miss 2 games, though? Dashboard is missing 1 match. Well, thank you. When did they start? What? I feel like we have to think about consequences here. But let's watch it for completionism. But when did they start the matches? Like the one that I got showed as game 2 started 10 minutes after the start time. Very weird. Is there any notification of him study earlier? Okay, this might have also been quick. Because they're starting right on top of each other. Should we fake it a bit? No. Salad played Hans. Nili played Ethiopians. And it's an Ethiopian dream map here, right? We're basically on Black Forest, which is in general what Ethiopians love. Closed map, closed fights. But Huns have a strong start and they are very close to each other. Let's see the Hun play here by Salad. Boy, no ideas. Yeah, I guess we don't need that. 7 stables, 7 ranges, massive build order. I would like to see a market with such a BO. Going straight forward there. Apparently starting with a siege tower. It's very nearly into siege tower. But it can maybe get some shots, right? And if you don't need pop space as the Huns, you might as well somewhat use it too as an arrow sponge. And Nili is making a ton of Helvetiers plus 8 siege onages in the queue, trying to get this castle up. Wait, did the siege tower just shoot something? What? That siege tower has a tech that they started with. Always check the stats on your starting unit. Oh boy, and it denies the castle will as well. Well, Kelar just could have done it too. But I guess that is kind of big then. And it has a lot of pierce armor and 228. I don't know what sets a siege tower normally has, but I'm pretty sure it normally doesn't have attack. The siege tower is raiding villagers. What? Denying the castle basically ends the game. But I think denying that castle would have also happened with Carnage, probably. But yeah, if you want to believe it, we could say that the Siege Tower won the game. It's a bit too gimmicky though, and I think the Carnage would have been here on time, right, to deny it as well. Just the classic way, and yeah, heavily swarms Nili there. So Salad at least takes a game of Nili, making me a bit better, look a bit better. And I guess it was, I don't know which one was game 1. I guess it was Salad losing game 1, winning game 2, and then Nili winning 2. So in the end, the result is 3-1. Game 1 was Turks Zetnus, yeah. Yeah. So I thought. So it didn't show game 2, and at 10 past 5, we were already in game 3. Well, they were both really quick, I guess.